Today, I will be looking at the differences between disability and impairment. In particular, I will be looking at what they are, how they impact our idea of normal, and how understanding the differences can help us as technical communicators. Generally, we see disability and impairment as the same thing. However, according to Leonard J. Davis, the two mean different things. He explains it this way. Impairment is the physical fact of lacking an arm or a leg. Disability is the social process that turns an impairment into a negative by creating barriers to access. In other words, a person is only disabled if their environment limits them. For example, a person in a wheelchair has an impairment that limits their mobility, but they are only disabled if their environment affects their ability to accomplish tasks, such as a building that lacks ramps or automatic doors. Generally, when we see people with an impairment, we assume they are disabled because they are different from the majority. When someone is different, we often try to fix them. Foucault defines this as normalization. Normalization is what society uses to control or change those who are different than the norm. So what is normal? Foucault suggests that our idea of normal comes from being taught certain standards that we must strive to meet, and then conforming to those standards. As technical communicators, we must be cautious in our use of normalization, because oftentimes these norms or standards are unrealistic and unattainable. Rather, we should look at ways to be inclusive so that people with impairments are not disabled. As Davis says, the problem is not the person with disabilities. The problem is the way that normalcy is constructed to create the problem of the disabled person. As we broaden the spectrum of what is considered normal through accessibility, we can create a new normal. A normal where people are no longer disabled but have an impairment, yet live functional, normal lives.